50 million, they fund 1,458. The ones that are like less than 50 million naira project, they fund 1,437 of them. Less than 10 million naira project, they fund 46. So at the end of the day, they found 7,447 insertion projects. Now, if you continue with the fragmentation, you continue to break it down, all right? You are to like, to ministries, parastatals who submitted them, right? Or where they ended them. Now, from their findings, they said a 100 billion envelope was enmarked in 2024 executive budget proposal for lawmakers to nominate constituency or zonal intervention projects to cater to projects in their constituencies. So it was meant to be 100 billion for the senators and the lawmakers to go and look for something to do for their people. However, the National Assembly members have gone beyond the 100 billion envelope to insert thousands of constituency-like projects in the budget of 326 ministries, departments, and agencies that in most cases neither have the mandate nor technical capacity to implement and monitor the execution of the projects. For example, 1,777 projects worth 218.6 billion naira are to be directly delivered in federal constituencies, while 1,308 projects with a value of 176 billion naira are directly in senatorial districts. Other categories of projects include 1,150 street lights worth 212 billion naira, 427 boreholes worth 82.5 billion naira, 170 ICT projects with a value of 30.95 billion naira, and 7.61 billion naira for empowerment of traditional rulers. If our analysis shows that 1,308 projects are to be implemented, especially in senatorial districts, it is not out of place that apart from the constituency projects, lawmakers also added up projects to their constituencies, at least 500 million naira each. Now take a look. For federal constituencies, this is the breakdown. For constituencies, they have 1,000. This is the lawmakers that inserted this. So this is not budget of Tifnumbu now. These are just your lawmakers. So, all right. 218 billion naira, 18.6 billion naira will fund that. Also, senatorial district, 176 billion. Okay. Street lights, 212 billion. These are also for senators and reps now. Boreholes, 82 billion. ICT projects, 170 billion. Sorry, 30.96 billion rather. Construction and renovation of community town halls, 11.32 billion. Education-related projects, construction of classroom blocks, provision of exercise books, training of teachers, etc. 186.78 billion. Health-related projects, 89.63 billion. Empowerment of traditional rulers, 7.62 billion. Road construction and rehabilitation, lawmakers, 460.16 billion. Purchase of security vehicles, lawmakers, 2.04 billion. Nigeria will be great. You are telling your children not to listen to Mayegun. This Mayegun it doesn't like Nigeria. I don't know why this Mayegun doesn't like Nigeria. You are telling your children that Nigeria will be great. Is this how a great country? Is this how a country will be great? But why? Thank you so much for that, your super chats. I appreciate that. But let's continue. Breakdown new, right? Now see where they inserted all of the projects. All this money, where they hid them to make them look like they were the projects from the ministries, departments, agencies. And as for the agencies, ministries, and departments, have you seen any of them come out and say, no, we did not submit that? Oh. No, that is not from us. Oh. No. Ministry of Agriculture submitted the budget. Take a look at this. Oh. In the Ministry of Agriculture alone, your lawmakers are going to scoop 632 billion naira. It's going to go into the pocket of your Now, Ministry of Works, 242 billion inserted. Ministry of Science and Technology, 207 billion. Ministry of Education, 150 billion. Ministry of Water Resources, 146 billion. Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, 146 billion, 145 billion. You dey see them on your screen? These are the insertion, no? Top ministries with insertions padded. You see? This money is going into private pockets of different of these guys who have set up different companies. These companies will collect this money. You will never see any of this shishi. You are still going to wait and be looking for money. I mean, you are still going to be waiting for water. Nigeria and Nigeria lawmakers collect all these billions. They are multi-billionaires, seriously, guys. And this is how they make their money. And this is why an average lawmaker would rather keep quiet, even when they can see all of this before they get to public. They know it. They would rather just wait and see which of them can they benefit from. All this money are going into private pockets. How can you say and believe if anybody tell you that that country is going to be great? How? The question you should be asking is how? Is Nigeria going to be great like this? How? Are you looking at them? Ministry of Labor and Employment, 79 billion. Ministry of Power, 74 billion. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, 62 billion. Ministry of Trade and Investment, 62 billion. Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, 61 billion. Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, 49 billion. Ministry of Police Affairs, 29 billion, 29.91 billion. Ministry of Transport, 29.34 billion. The presidency, 20, even for inside Tinubu's presidency, they still inserted something inside, 21.6 billion, 77 infractions. It continues, it gets worse. Okay? Insertion by ministries, agencies, and departments. For Ministry of Works, right? The totals of what they put out is what? 178 frequency, 222 billion. Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, 130 billion. Nigeria Building and Road Research Institute, Lagos, 110 billion. Federal Cooperative College, Oji River, 90.81 billion. National Rural Electrification Agency, 70.58 billion. National Productivity Center, 63.50 billion. JSU, Smedan, Headquarters, 57.88 billion. Aba, Border Communities Development Agency, BCDA Headquarters, 51.9 billion. Kilo Day, National Senior Secondary Education Commission, 49.80 billion. Shokoto Rima, RBDA, ABBA, 48.95 billion. Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development Headquarters, 47.88 billion. Kilo Day. I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. These are money that they have cooked up, mopped up something to represent them, and they are part of what they sign. Kiloku, what is left now? Okay, what is actually now left that they're actually going to spend on you? Federal Cooperative College Ibadan, 45.36 billion. Federal College of Horticulture, Dadinkowa, Gombe, 42.39 billion. Federal College of Fisheries and Marine Technology, Lagos, 40.22 billion. The follows item out of a mandate of all these ministries, departments, and agencies. Most of what they actually budget this money for under these ministries, departments, and agencies, ladies and gentlemen, some of these agencies don't even have the capacity to carry them out. But they have inserted them in their ministries. This money, people who put all the fake projects there, they will cash out once the money is available and released to them. Baba? And they say Nigeria go better. And you, Ashiri, you are trying to stop me from talking. You're asking me, what is the solution? I'm talking, you're asking me the solution. So, all this while, you still have no idea that if you continue like this, poverty from generation to generation, you are seated there and asking me, all of these things, what is the solution? Go kill you there. To bá jẹ́ pé solution ló ń wá, go somewhere and search for that. We really need somebody to actually tell them what the solution should be. How can a country develop like this? How can you ever believe anybody that tells you that some enemies of Nigeria don't want Nigeria to be great, and that enemy is the one on your screen telling you some Nigeria enemies that don't want Nigeria to be great? Who are those who don't want Nigeria to be great like this? Other than the people that you don't want people to expose. You are fighting religious war, supremacy, ethnic this. We are better than you. You are this. You are that. You only broke your life. You see your life. This is how they've mortgaged your life. Oh, they are mortgaging the lives of your own children. Oh, and children. Oh, but here you are. You are doing a backflip because you are the ethnic champion. Abi, be solution lọ́wọ́ mi. Olórí bu ada age. At your age, you are asking for solution. The solution that is staring you on the face. Oh dear man. I mean, come on. A country, you can't grow a country like this. You can't lie to yourself out of this. Now take a look. Okay? See this. You will now understand when they say Nigeria is finished. This is how you understand. Under this agency, supposed parastatal, the agency, National Center for Agricultural Mechanization, Ilorin. See the budget they put under them that these people will carry out. From Ilorin, National Center for Agricultural Mechanization, Ilorin will be buying security patrol vehicles in Lagos for 500 million naira. The same Agricultural Mechanization Center Ilorin is going to be support. It's a support for language studies and arts in Bayelsa West Senatorial District, 50 million. A center in Ilorin is going to carry out a project, support for traditional rulers and chiefs, 40 million. They are also going to build a special ICT training for youth and graduates for professional certification in selected locations of Ilishon Irolu, Ashayobo, and Idinyin community. Ilishon Irolu. Okay, here is another one. Oh. They are going to do this. All these ones now Ogun State. Ilorin Center go they build something for people in Ogun State. 200 million naira. For Ogiri, Agbowa, Otakpale community, Logun State. 200 million. ICT Center in Oyebajo, Isheri, and Okeagbede community, 200 million. Rehabilitation of primary school and health center in Ondo Central Senatorial District, 58 million. Provision of community-based health insurance for people of Bayelsa West Senatorial District, 58 million. 200 million. Construction and renovation of hospital and health center in Bayelsa, 100 million. Center Ilorin. A center from Ilorin. They will do installation of solar street lights in Adamawa State, 120 million. They will provide street lights for people of Ebonyi State, 10 million. Center in Ilorin. They will collect 1.2 billion. And they will provide provision and installation of solar street lights in Grumi, Bukunyomu, Nizamfara. They will construct a street light in Imo. Wait a minute, this one. Umbalitoli. Ikeduru Federal Constituency, Imo State, Ekiti, Ishiwi Rekodun, Okeero, Federal Constituency, in Kwara. Lati Ilorin, they will be construct 1.2 billion. Do you need anybody to tell you more? Country to very great, a country that will be great. Here is another one. Federal Cooperative College, Oji River. They are going to construct, look at this, they will construct rural farm road in Isien and Etim Ekpo. of Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District at 500 million naira per local government, so 1 billion. The same one, Oji River, ni Imo State, Abiboni Oji River. Where is Oji River? They will construct road. Cooperative College, Federal Cooperative College, they construct road at Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District for 1 billion. They are rehabilitating road. They are installing transformer, cable in different towns. Ika and Ikotek Mene local government and Northwest, Northwest Senatorial District, Akwa Ibom. Let me drink something. I'll be back. I actually need a break.
Of our grading leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that we have peace in our nation. We'll try them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their journey. Furthermore, our security agents, i.e., the police and the of our.
I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to stop because it has to be on record. If you don't watch me, if you don't listen to me, your children will see this video. If your children are too old to change, like yourself, their own children will see this video. And posterity will be kind to all of us who never shut up. Because this is why we told you, you can't run a country like this. Why are you deceiving yourselves? Why are you pretending? And these guys are still wearing their agbada. They are still rolling them because they are daring you. Kill every what you go do? What do you want to go? What do you go do after? And so, audacious thieves. Me oririo, borio. You know, maybe you didn't see your screen now. I mean, I left all this on your screen. Yeah. Mosiam. Here is another one. Oji River College, 1 billion, 800 million. Obanliku VIP toilet and staff office. Obanliku local government area. Construction of town hall in selected communities in Southwest. They don't even name the name. They just put 1 billion. Siam. Construction of town hall in selected communities in Southwest. What is Southwest? 1 billion. Job for the boys. Community town hall. I mean, provision of town hall for community integration in various selected locations across Nigeria. 1 billion. Just like that. And you are there, you are putting your prayer point on. Heavenly Father, we look up to you to come and rescue Nigeria. Where do you think Almighty Father will start from? Where do you think your sky daddy will start from? Because that's the only magician that can rescue you. The only magician. The real God, don't they tell you, say, now voice you go to hear. The real God, now voice you go to tell you, say, son. You dey see where Nigeria they go so. Now die you dey so if you no rise and fight, yo. You fight, you die. You no fight, you die. I am your father. That voice you have been waiting for. Rise. Rise and go and fight so that your children will not be slaves. That is the voice of God. No be the one with the sky where you dey point to me come. God. Okay, boni, okay, wani. Mami. The mountain of Shege in front of you, most of them are personally enabled. Go listen carefully. The devil that you are praying against are those who are wearing agbada there. They are the real devil. They are physical, they're not spiritual. Anyway, when a college is going to be controlled, 800, that place, see, this college alone, you know something, Let's do this together now, okay? Now, 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion, 6 billion, 6.8 billion, 7.6 billion, 7.6 billion plus 500 million, 7.6, that would be 8.1 billion, 8.1 billion plus 300 million, that's 8.4 billion, 8.4 billion plus 150 million, that is 8.55 billion naira, 8.55 billion. Now, you see this college alone, they don't use them, still 8.55 billion. If you be one person, we go collect all this money. Just one person. That is his own settlement for this year, 1 billion. Let's go back to this one here. This one from the National Center, Ilorin, Agricultural Mechanization, Ilorin, 500 million, 50 million to 550, 590, 590 plus 200, 790, 790 plus 200, 990, 990 plus 200, 1.190, 1.190 plus 58. I think that's where I'm going to have problem. That's mixing up now. So 1.1, I'll go from 1.15 and 1.19. So that would be 1.248. 1.248 plus 200, that would be 1.348. 1.348 and all of that. Anyway, man, don't waste our time. So let's go to another one. So these are billions and billions that have been, you know what I mean, squandered. And they are just there. They are called authority stealing. And there is no country that can survive that. There is no country. There is no amount of endurance that you think you might have. What you are still going to face as a people is going to be worse than whatever you think you are facing right now. I hope you understand, yeah? Now go to this. They have done their best to kind of make it we versus them versus we thing. A lot of you are already playing the tribal card. A lot of you are already playing the North versus this or that. But if you are watching me, I just shown you now how trillions of your supposed money, after everything you have given to these people, they were supposed, their budget was like 100 billion. They increased it to over 400 billion. They won't even tell you the content of it. Then they also went straight for what was supposed to be your own share of the national wealth through the budget. You can have those street lights for you. You can have those medical centers. You can have those roads. You can have all these things. But when these guys choose to actually get them through bogus insertion like this, it is criminal. I promise you, it is treason. If an American lawmaker or a British lawmaker who works within the area of appropriation decided to now change the law or trying to insert some strange clauses so as for them to have access to decide whatever they can, and nothing will happen. Consequences, actions have consequences. If you don't stop them, you will be the one bearing those consequences. So when that Ningi guy said, I'm going to play him again because after that action, they believe that the North is trying to remove Akpabiole and his gang of thieves. So therefore, they have to protect themselves. And they decided to elect one of them again as Southern senators. These are a bunch of rogues who have collected money. And you that believes that you are from the Southwest, I am the Southerner, we must stand by ourselves. Now, so Northerners, they do. How much money then carry give you from all of this now? How much of these real projects have you, how much of these fake projects have become real in your communities? So before you begin to shout North versus South, or you will stand behind your this or that in the South, I just want you to know that you are also the victim of your choices. So here you get Ningi, just a kind of, yeah.
And that is why when I say I know this parliament very well, I have come a long way.
So since you know the parliament, have you erred?
And that's why we're speaking. Let's speak. Have they ever asked me since the beginning of this so-called crisis, where are your findings? Where are your documents? And I said, I'm not using my head to come up with figures. Where are your evidence? Nobody has talked to me about evidence. Nobody has suggested to even listen to me. All they are running helter-skelter is how do we make sure that Ningi is silenced?
Well, you said you
I'm coming. Yeah. How do you make sure that Ningi is silenced so that he doesn't do anything? How do you make sure that Ningi is arrested so that he doesn't do anything? I have opened this can of worms. Neither them nor me will be able to control it.
Which is true. If those who are aware today, able-bodied men and women, decide to play and continue to play tribal religious, and ethnic cards in the face of this economic, economic war that they have waged on you and your children and your children, children, the one that is not sparing you, whether you are for APC or PDP, it doesn't even matter anymore. Now, people will not get sense. Will still be having strength to go and fight this tribal war or this ethnic war or religious war at this point, except if you are a terrorist. Yeah, those are the ones who are fighting the religious war. You'll be a very stupid person to be jumping here and there, to try to want to be the ethnic champion when the shege that is dealing with all of you, everybody right now, is not discriminating. So it will be a foolish thing for anybody. So if those of you who are supposed to be mentally stable, mentally capable individuals who are the direct victims of all of this, if you do not act, there is a generation that will act. You see, this information is very, very useful to them. I am glad that a lot of all these Gen Z themselves are now paying attention to politics. Now they know that if they are poor or struggling, it's not because they were sinners. It's not because they are not praying enough. It's not because they are not close to God enough. It is simply because criminals are making decisions, and these decisions are affecting them. These decisions are totally going to make the world rigged against them. They are understanding. Of course, they might not really have gathered enough understanding of how to actually stand up and get rid of all these rogues. And all of you, they are closet sympathizers and defenders. So if my message is not gelling with you, if you are still seated there and asking me what's the way forward, my message may not really be for you. In fact, my own entire mission, you may not even be my target. Currently, I am shooting everywhere now, but gradually, I am beginning to understand my own real audience. A lot of you, especially those of you who are from my generation, we are the last. That could be the border, the margin between the past as well as the present. Okay, we used to be the future. We're the generation that possibly took this generation social conditioning, took it in more. And we're also the same generation that has been consistently rebellious. But somehow, so many of us have proven that no matter how long we want to rebel against this rigged system, we will end up being, sort of either compromised or broken. So therefore, I do see my generation and the one before myself, and the ones before them and on like that, like the dry fish. We have been shaped. A lot of us were groomed to be bigots. And that bigotry is something that is naturally to many of us. It doesn't matter where you come from. Do you understand? So I am not going to try to change you. You are not going to be my target. But you see those young minds, most of them are going to be your children, right? They will understand what is going on. And they will also have the courage to end it if you can't, if we can't. So yes, my message may not 100% be for you. In fact, possibly not 100% for you if you are already in your 40s. But you see those ones coming, they must be alerted. Whatever lie they told me and you, that we lived long enough, this long enough, to even understand what and how we got here. The coming generation shouldn't actually spend that long to understand it. And they must understand that if they don't act, they too, they will end as a waste. There's some of those generations before us. And some of us who have the opportunity right now can see it as a second chance. You cannot clean the house of the criminals or lick the houses of the criminals whose mission and only goal is to ensure that they destroy us. These guys have no religion, they have no tribe, they have no ethnic that they are loyal to. They are not loyal to anybody but themselves. So you will be a foolish person still fighting this tribal battle or this or that. Okay? Anywhere. Totu, God bless you, Baba. Thank you very much for that. Now, let me quickly use this break to thank all my super chatters tonight. It seems that my people are feeling generous again tonight, and I appreciate that. Okay, thank you for that. Celia Gabalive, thank you. Yeah, I've got Chrissy. It's been a while, Missy. I have not heard from Chrissy, so it's good to hear from you again as well. Thank you. As well as Kangiwa. That is very kind of you, Kangiwa. Thank you so much for your super chat. I've got Olade as well, who also stopped by. Olade, thank you. Who else is there? I'm so sorry if I miss yours, okay? But I think I actually covered everyone. So thank you very much, every one of you. I appreciate that. The terrorists in Nigeria, they too are taking their own shot. They're having field day on Nigerians. We are victims of, sometimes we are victims of our choices. Sometimes it's not about the choice we make. It is the choice we did not make, or the actions that we did not take. In all of this, understanding that